as cars rush rhythmically by. Most of the drivers probably don't even notice the overgrown old house next to the road.
This house is solid wood.
But Michael Outlaw not only sees it,
I see a beauty.
he hears it.
I can just hear the sound of what it would make.
Michael rides the back roads of South Georgia,
These houses are hard to find.
looking for places that could use some salvation.
So that piece of wood right there is probably 400 years old.
He reclaims centuries-old heart pine wood, takes it back to his workshop, and gives it new life.
My heart's really in making these things right here. I love it.
Michael planes that ancient lumber, wiping away generations of weather and wear to reveal the heart and soul of the wood. He cuts it into staves, just the right shapes and angles,
I put the clamps on it.
and glues them together to create a perfect circle. Then comes sanding, filing, drilling, buffing.
It's very important about this edge right here to be just right.
All this leads to this.
And it definitely has a unique sound too.
Michael's handcrafted drums not only have a distinct sound, each one also has a unique look.
Let's face it, how are you going to get a finish like that out of a plywood shell?
And each has an interesting story.
This one right here has come out of a tobacco barn.
Then there's the one that started in a hog pen, and this one from the bleachers of an old gym. And Michael preserves the quirks and scars of the wood.
We'll find like a nail that's cut a certain way, and we'll try to incorporate that into the drum.
While few folks in Michael's own backyard know about his talent,
We sell them all over the world.
he's gaining a worldwide reputation in the music industry.
This drum right here is Eddie Fisher's drum from One Republic.
He and all Michael's other customers get certificates of authenticity that tell them how their drums began.
I'm a born-again Christian, so that whole bringing something dead back to life kind of really means a lot to me.
Meaningful work transforming the forgotten into the memorable by finding the rhythm in the wood.
You got to get them feet moving.
That blur on wheels
Keep it moving, buddy.
is 12-year-old Tanner Watts.
It's just like intense.
He started skating about the time he started walking.
I've been skating since I was 11 months old, but I've been speed skating since I was 4.
Lane 5, it's Tanner Watts from GT Speed.
And Tanner has turned into one of the best inline skaters his age in the country.
There goes Tanner Watts. He's taking over the lead.
Last year at the USA Roller Sports National Championships,
At the line, it's going to be Tanner Watts.
he broke a national record that stood for 11 years.
That looks like it's going to be a record for Tanner Watts.
Whenever you beat them, it makes you feel good about yourself.
Good job.
Tanner practices 3 days a week with his GT Speed team,
We keep each other motivated when we skate.
and he spends time at least 3 other days a week training.
And we work on plyometrics, and we'll get speed and agility. And then at home, we have a spin bike, and so we cycle.
Come on, Jaden.
And Tanner's not alone.
Well, my brother, he encourages me.
His little sister Jaden is an up-and-coming skater who made it to nationals last year too.
We train every day, and we try to train as hard as we can so we can go to the Olympics.
Tanner has that goal too, but he doesn't just want to make an Olympic team.
I really want a gold medal.
An inline skater from the South winning a Winter Olympic gold medal?
It's possible.
In fact, it's happened, and some of the best American long and short track skaters in Sochi grew up inline skating in the South.
There's 3 or 4 people that are skating or team members. They started in our region.
Tanner and Jaden's dad and coach says the skills they're perfecting now will transfer to the ice, especially to short track skating.
But the racing is very similar. The tight cornering, they have accidents, people fall, it's just maneuvering.
The siblings have only been on ice skates a time or two. And how'd that go?
Not well.
Didn't really do too good.
Get set.
But they know they have the fundamentals to be good ice skaters.
Speed and agility, definitely.
And something else you can't teach.
I like to win. I hate to lose. When I lose, it just makes me want to train more.
I try to get focused and train really hard.
One more lap.
And that commitment and desire could one day send one of these South Georgians
Good job. Good job.
skating for the gold.
Firefighters have been battling this blaze for about 2 hours now. There aren't any fire hydrants nearby, so they have to truck in water using these trucks right here, and they can hold about 1,000 gallons each.
You're accused of killing a baby girl, Greg. Did you do it?
In handcuffs, surrounded by detectives, Greg Evans has nothing to say. He remains silent even as he's placed into the back of a police car.
Greg, you got anything to say to the baby girl's family?
Before Gil Jones buckles up and cranks up his bus,
scan the car.
He performs detailed safety checks at 11 spots around his bus.
Make sure your oil is good.
But not everyone is as conscientious as Jones.
We had to change a few employees.
WAOB News 10 learned too many drivers were putting down hours they didn't really work, altering their routes, not doing proper safety checks, even one report of a driver leaving his bus idling during an entire football game.
It was significant enough that we thought that the Zonar system would help us get a better handle on it.
The electronic Zonar system provides a way to prove when a driver is doing something wrong.
I got an email from a citizen complaint about a driver speeding in a particular area, okay? And I used Zonar to go and look to see did that take place.
It did, and that driver was disciplined. In late February, Zonar was installed on every bus.
It's a deterrent.
Come back here.
It helps make sure students aren't left on a bus.
Okay.
And helps identify maintenance and safety issues.
Buses at international studies.
It also uses GPS technology to track each bus.
Run this report for today.
Transportation Director Kenneth Williams can pull up all sorts of information on every bus.
And it'll tell us what time the driver left the yard.
To make sure drivers are where they're supposed to be, that they're not speeding or idling too much, and that they're doing those safety checks.
This system helps us to inspect what we expect.
Jack Willis says policy changes to hold drivers accountable chased about 15% of drivers away. Since Zonar came online, only one driver has been fired, busted for taking his bus home instead of parking it in the yard.
Our goal is to establish an operation out there that's not for everybody.
This summer, administrators will use information from Zonar to develop more efficient bus routes and eliminate maybe a dozen. That could save taxpayers $500,000 a year.
We save the school system and the taxpayers some money.
Improving efficiency and safety and the quality of the staff.
Yeah, I think it's good to have.
Changes Gil Jones says most drivers left on the force support.
Anything we can do to make it safe for the children, we need to do it because we carry the most precious cargo that anybody can carry, and that's somebody's child.
Centerpiece of the Radium Springs community was the casino building. The landmark stood on this spot for 76 years, welcoming all to parties and dinners and good times swimming in the spring waters.
Williams on. Damian Pierce, touchdown Bearcats. Ball is intercepted by the Bearcats.